If you're wondering what typically comes inside of a website design package, this video is for you. Today I'm going to be discussing what comes in my package as the brand and web designer behind Kinsey Green Design. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new, as always, I am so happy to have you back. So we are going to jump straight into this, and I want to start this out by saying every single website designer and website company is different, so the services that I offer may be totally different from the services that another web designer offers. It's also extremely hard to quote website design projects because there are so many variables involved when it comes to building a website. So although these things I'm sharing are included in my website design package by default, this package is usually modified to suit my client's needs. With any client, I have an initial introduction call. Sometimes this is one call and sometimes it is two calls depending on how much information I gathered from the client during that initial call and if I feel we need another call or not. I personally work on a variety of platforms which range from Squarespace to Shopify to WordPress and Showit. I usually determine what platform is going to be best for my client based on their long-term goals and their brand. Now, when I say I build on each of these platforms, I typically expect to be building a home page, an about page, a services page, and or gallery, depending on what type of site this is, and a contact page. This is what I typically expect to be in my website design package by default. However, after I get on the phone call with the client, I'll ask them further questions to determine if they need additional items like a blog, an e-commerce component, products, or anything like that, which would heavily affect the amount of work and the total cost of the overall project. In addition to those general pages and any special pages my clients may need, I also typically include a coming soon page if this is their first ever website, a link in bio page. This is essentially the page that has different buttons linking to different information that you can use on social media pages. Basic SEO, which is also known as search engine optimization. If you aren't familiar with this term, it is basically how you get found on Google. And I do set my clients up with the basics, and I do make it known that I set them up for success, but there is a lot of stuff that goes into SEO, and there are people out there who specialize in just SEO alone that can give them really specialized SEO services if that's something they want in the future. I also provide a 1-hour website training session for all of my clients because I want them to be self-sufficient when it comes to updating their website after we get done working together. Some other minor things that come in my package include a mobile responsive design, which I mean by default any website design should be mobile responsive. Launch graphics, so I send over a few mock-ups of their new website to share on social media when we're done. And photo optimization, meaning I make sure the photos we're uploading to the website are the correct size so that they don't slow down the site. All that being said, some things I don't include by default are photos and copywriting. I usually make this known during the initial intro call I have with clients, and I let them know that I ask for copy from them, and I also ask for branded photos. If they don't have any high quality photos to use, I can find commercial-free stock photos to use on their website. However, that is an additional cost because that, again, takes me more time and work together. As far as copywriting goes, I do help craft their brand mission statement and sometimes their tagline and a few other things if we're working on their brand identity and website design together. But outside of that, they are pretty much responsible for getting the rest of their website copy to me, like the product descriptions, their about page copy, their testimonials, and things of that nature. I always encourage clients to hire a brand photographer as well as hire a copywriter to get the most out of their investment in my services because copywriting and professional photography really affect the success rate of a website design in itself. A few minor things that are not included in my website package include the cost of hosting. So if you aren't familiar with website design, when you go to set up a website, you have to pay for something called hosting, which is basically how your website lives on the internet, and this is a recurring fee. So I always tell my clients they are responsible for making that payment every year, and my website services do not include monthly maintenance. Some web designers like to include monthly maintenance for a certain time period, but I do not. We have that 1-hour training session. They should understand how to update and maintain the website themselves, and if they want any additional changes or things like that in the future, they can reach out to me and we can work together on an hourly rate since we have already worked together previously. that is basically it for what comes inside of a website design package. Hopefully you guys found this information useful. If you did, please give this a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.